What's up? I'm on time! Oh my god! What is happening? What's happening, folks? I'm on time. What is going on? Yo, how's it going, folks? Yo, I just wanted to show you guys something real quick. Can you guys see that? Can you see what that is? It's an advert for Cyberpunk, and there hasn't been one complaint on social media yet about it. The exact same one that Xbox does. A splash screen as soon as you put the console on. Not one complaint as of yet. Crazy, right? Crazy how that works, isn't it? If that was an Xbox ad, oh my god! It's all over social media. Everyone's gonna lose their mind. But the moment anyone else does it, and who cares? Who cares, right? You went into the news channel? What news channel? Oh my god, it is baking. Let's Wait. Why are you bringing him in here? He wants to come in here. He wants to be on stream too. Oreo, come on then. Let's put you on stream. Everyone wants to see you anyway. You are cuteness overload. Wait, he already left. Asshole. I press the 3 A buttons and that's the first thing that comes up. What happened to Devin now? But folks, how did we find the actual showcase? It was pretty good, right? With lots more to come. Hey, gaming. Wow, Steve is #1. Wait, how is this even how is this even possible? Steve #1. Wait, there's got to be some shenanigans here. What's going on? Let's see. Oh, Enjoy Gaming is at 75 points as well, along with Star. Devin catching up for Steven pole position. I don't even know how these things work. Is it just by how many times you chat? Send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers. Ah, you get bonus points for sending super chats and super stickers. Okay. Well, Devin, you know what you need to do if you want to be number one. Although I don't recommend going into a bidding war with Steve. You know you only earn a set amount of points every hour. Well, it just auto-enabled for me, so I haven't really looked into it. Though it is going. Wait, what? Who's my daddy? What? You guys need help. You guys need serious help. What are you guys even talking about? Come on, man. You just talking about it instead. Oh man, it's been a long week. It's been a long, what, 10 days? Multiple showcases. Gaming is good. But man, have they really, really gotten upset? They have really gotten upset. First they released Final Fantasy, and now they're doing everything they can to tell you that the Xbox Ally is not an Xbox because it can't play your 360 and OG games. This is real. This is what they're telling you. It's they're a special bunch of Nope. 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 What's up, Sanchez? Really? Did he? For reals? Why? It's an arcade game. Why would they, why would he get angry? Now my headset died. Okay, let's fix that. I swear, that guy will literally sell his own mum if it meant it would get him engagement. I genuinely believe that. If it meant that he could make money, he would pimp out his whole family. Nothing wrong with that guy. At the rate he's going, it go quite cheap. Ridge Racer's Namco. It was never PlayStation. Are you sure? Did he? I can't see a single post from him on Twitter. Are you sure it's not Blue Sky that he's on now? Because it says it's moved to Blue Sky. But you know what? Do you know what, chat? When the original Series X came out and it had backwards compatibility and everyone was kind of cheering and said, yes, we can play our old games and all this and all that, and it's amazing. Oh, nice, Devin. You should go grab it. And thank you for the $2 super chat. You should grab it, man, since you wanted it. But now that so back in the day when the console first came out, they were making fun of Xbox fans when you could play your old games, and now that you can't, they're making fun of you again. Does anyone actually see any logic to this? Gaming, there's a large number of games I'm looking forward to. There's quite a bit that I enjoyed there. There's at least 4 or 5 from the Xbox camp that I'm looking forward to, maybe 6. A couple from the Future Game Show, and there would have been one I was looking forward to on the PlayStation 1, but they said that they're going to do another showcase to that. It's just hilarious how that goalpost with them just keeps on moving, right? That goalpost never stays the same. It just keeps on moving, and it's like, at some point they've got to stop moving the goalpost. I mean, they're coping hard. They're coping hard. Man, look at this. I just scrolled upon this. Xbox fan base upset. I can't even talk properly tonight. Upset over this. I told you this. Microsoft is heading because they're done making consoles, even though they're making a console. Why is anyone mad at you? No one cares what you even say. Apparently, he put this picture up and said, "This is an Xbox." That will shit all over anything Sony has to offer. I mean, what is it that people are going to get upset about? That will literally shit over anything Sony has to offer. I don't know. Man's just making shit up now as he's going along. I go back to this. The thing is, right, they keep going on and saying that the console war is over, yet they can't let it go because that's literally all they have. The console war is literally all they have. They have nothing else. Every one of them, all their channels are built on console wars. None of them have anything that can actually substantially allow them to continue streaming without actually going down. I mean, they keep saying that the Xbox fans are the ones bringing up the console wars, yet no one cares about it anymore. Sappho, I'm not surprised. I got Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer on the Switch. Yes, it plays very well. I didn't realize in the arcades with the original Ridge Racer you couldn't actually get third-person perspective. I didn't realize that. Mate, this is the thing. This is why when I asked that thing. Now, there's a couple that I've been listening to on and off. One of them's actually a game show. It's done by some Irish people. I forget the name now. If I remember it, I'll let you know. Or I'll put it in my Discord. And they basically go head to head. It's quite funny. And they're also drinking as well every time they lose and kind of thing. It's really good. It's like it's got typical Irish humor in it, which I really like. So if you're into Irish humor and stuff like that, you'll really like it. But it's like, you know, it's good fun. And so that's the type of thing where they talk about the PlayStation games and they're talking about, you know, actually focusing on that. They don't even mention Xbox. All of these other channels, the only thing that they can talk about 24/7 is Xbox. A podcast about... That's why they turned it into a game show. Yeah, on Sunday, I took my controllers down to my brother's because he bought one as well, and we were playing 4-player Mario Kart. Good fun. It was really good fun in multiplayer. Oh, I did, Jacob. I did. In my video, I showed receipts. People were saying to not release anymore and take it back, please. We don't want you to release Final Fantasy on Xbox. I bet some of them were actually crying and shit as well. I bet some of them were proper crying. Like, I can't believe it. It's so good. Me? Dude, did you not read? I said I finished work late. It's been quite busy. We've got a hard deadline, so that's why I delayed the stream to 8 o'clock instead of 7:45. I haven't downloaded anything. I'll put it to download though. I did get Final Fantasy 16 though. Almost, Brandon. Almost. They keep forgetting Final Fantasy. They keep forgetting Final Fantasy 11. Although that's not on any console at the moment. But you can basically get 1 to 16 now without excluding 11 on Xbox. Hey Rabbi, how's it going? You eating a fruit salad? Good on you, mate. No, I was waiting to see people post about him because I pretty much blocked him everywhere. What did he say? He must have had a breakdown. Oh. He must have had a breakdown. I don't think that guy can continue. Do you want to see how hurt these ponies are, right? They're trying to create their own play anywhere. I'm good, Rabbi. Just exhausted a bit, but I'm good. I'm having a good time and enjoying chatting with you. But this is how salty they are. They are basically trying to create their own play anywhere. You can't make this up, man. The Portal, when it came out, was overpriced, way overpriced. It still is overpriced. It's just a tablet, you know, with a couple of side controllers stuck to it. The problem is it can't do anything native. You couldn't even connect to the internet outside of your house or at certain places because it needed for you to sign in. So the launch PS Portal was a pile of garbage. It was designed to remote play only in your house. It wasn't designed to remote play anywhere else. And it wasn't until they pushed back and people mocked it and everything that they did actually add the ability later on. Now you can actually play PS5 games on there without needing a PS5. So it's gained a bit more value. But at launch, it was not underrated. It was just garbage. I think it should have been $149.99. Only reason it's $200 is because it has a PlayStation logo. Mind's Eye, Remy? I'll look into it one day. I need to look at reviews. At the moment, apparently, it's completely buggy. Hey, Chris George. Oh, I'm doing well. Oh, mate, Nim has been hoping all day. I've never seen him this bad. The guy is running out of things that he can praise, so now he's going after the bottom of the barrel. Mate, he started pulling tweets from 2009 against Paris. When you have to go to that level to start trying to get a one over on top of people, yeah, that's pathetic. Like, we're talking 2009. Mate, that's over a decade ago. Who does that sort of thing? Now you know for a fact that this guy is a basement dweller. He pretty much just sits in his basement like the Red Dragon, has multiple screens up, and scrolls Twitter and social media all day looking for a win. That's pathetic, man. You think it's going to come out after the Game Awards? I think it'll come a little before that. I'll see, Rebby. I've got a lot of games I'm playing at the moment and not a lot of time. Also, you need to pay monthly to save to the... Mate, it's just ridiculous. But why are they now, for all this time, they've been saying Play Anywhere sucks. And now, they're trying to have their own one. It just made me laugh. Hey, Yatazak. Oh, they've hated Destiny for a long time. It's no surprise. Blade will probably be next gen, yes. And then they, you know, you saw all the salt. I mean, I think this is what Steve was talking about. Ignoring the classic Sony 2 fans, myself included, absolutely did not want a PS Portal to be native. That is so cope. That is so cope. They all wanted it to be native when they first heard about it. And then they were like, oh, well, you know, as a remote play, it's okay. I don't want an even lower common denominator SKU. It's coming. Right? Literally, there's a PlayStation Handheld rumored to be coming that is running on lower CU cores, lower CPU than the PS5. So that means that every game made for the PS5 until the PS6 comes out has to be developed for that handheld first, before it can be made for the base PS5 and then the Pro. Sony is openly cucking their own hardware. It's like the PS5 Pro was already held back because of the base PS5. Now it's going to be held back because of the handheld that they're supposedly releasing in a year or so? What is going on? What is going on? When is the next Xbox coming out? 2027, most likely. I thought it'd be 26, but everything's pointing now to 27. Weapon, really? I didn't hear about that at all. No way. Ah, I saw Jason Schreier's face and I instantly clicked off. I thought I saw Shrek or something. But yeah, it's here. Sony's Bend Studio, which cancelled a live service game earlier this year, is laying off 30% of staff today. Around 40 people. That's sad. That is sad. I guess the remaster couldn't save their jobs. You know, I will never cheer for layoffs. I know they're happening and I know why they happen, and it's always sad that they do, but you know, Sony created this problem by canceling these games that were being made, and then to solve the problem that they created, they just got rid of staff. Not good, man. Uh, 2027, Ravi, is the estimated date. Xbox has just evolved. It's no longer what it used to be. They keep saying Xbox is dead, but you know what? My Game Pass is still active. I've got games coming this year. Next year is going to be even bigger, right? You got potentially Halo, Fable, Forza Horizon 6, and I told you Dave gets E-Day next year, but you didn't believe me. But you know, I just thought I'd toss that last one in because he kept saying I was wrong. But Xbox is on fire. Rabbi, I don't know if the world will exist in 2027. We're all guessing. Next year is never a second there. I had to actually check my calendar for. You threw me off there for a second. You bastard. It's alright, they've got Happy Feet coming out this year. I bet I screwed up the actual No, it's on low latency, so it's not too bad. Yeah, Xbox has just evolved. They've changed what they want to be, what they want to do. Right? They don't care about a singular platform anymore. They want the Xbox brand to become Windows. They want it to become that synonymous. And the only way you're going to do that is saying, look, let's be realistic. If Microsoft really wanted to take over the gaming landscape, they have the money to do it. They could have bought everything and left Sony with nothing. And I'm not talking about buying companies here. I'm talking about just going and doing third-party deals, even if it would be unprofitable for them. All they have to do that is for 2-3 years, and they've got the complete market share and you know, under their pocket. They can do it. They've got the money to do it, right? They can throw money. I mean, they threw 80 billion down ABK. You know, they had the money to be able to do this sort of stupid stuff. They just have a different plan to do things. Right? So at the end of the day, if they really wanted to, Like you said, we could spend Sony out of business. They could go and buy every exclusivity. I mean, what was Square Enix gonna say, right? PlayStation was gonna come and say, "Hey, we're giving you, I don't know, 5 million for exclusivity." Microsoft comes along, "I'll give you 15." Sony isn't gonna pay 15. They pay 15, fine, I'll give you 25. It's only pocket change for us. It's a bit of money for them though. But, you know, it's pocket change for us. They could have went around and done that to so many companies, right? They just chose not to because they had a bigger plan. And as Peter Moore said, if you've seen the Paris interview, I don't know how many of you have actually watched that interview with Peter Moore and Paris. It's actually quite good. They wanted to actually shut the Xbox console down back in the 360 days, I think. But they kind of convinced them to go one more round with the Xbox One, which turned out to be a disaster, and then Phil took over. And the rest is history. But they've kind of always wanted to dip out anyway, so this kind of makes sense. The first opportunity that actually came their way with ABK, they took it. And, you know, at the end of the day, I will say, as a consumer, it's benefiting me quite nicely. As a old type, you know, person who grew up with the Nintendo and Sega days, who was battling for dominance of one versus the other, that part of my brain will never turn off. So I get it. But, you know, as a person today, this benefits gaming in so many other ways. It's crazy. And yet, Xbox bad. I think Xbox. So, see, I don't like the all access thing because I don't like people going into debt. But what I will say is, I think the pricing is really important, Fantasy Archer. If they price it badly, then it's not gonna sell well. The other thing that's really important about this handheld is the actual OS, the UI. So you don't actually boot into Windows. Windows kind of doesn't really fully boot up. Instead, you get like a really, really watered down tailored Windows that boots up in its place and that gives you that UI. And that UI that you're going to get is going to be the same UI on the next Xbox and everything else. So wherever you actually play your games going forward, when the new hardware comes out, they're going to have that exact same UI. And that's also going to be rolling out to Windows. Now, they did leave that UI exclusive to the ROG Allies for 6 months, I think. 6 months, I think they said. So we won't see that on anything else other than the Xbox Ally for a while. But, yeah. Come on, the PS2? The PS2 that sold another 5 million units randomly in 2025? Are you serious? Don't say that, Chris! It's making me want to think. Want to play it even more. Hey, Dreamcast was my favorite console. You don't like the PS2? Hey, Digital. How's it going? What was it? Is it that bad? Screw GameCube, no! But no, this is really sad about Ben Studios. Sony truly screwed them over. And there's no holding them back. But you know, once in a while we have to mock people, right? We do, right, chat? We do. Once in a while we have to mock people. There. Where did I put it? There. So once in a while we've got to mock people, right? Because it just has to happen. It has to. Because this guy, I don't know what he's on. He almost had a stroke. Mate, he would have done the world a favor, to be fair. And how pathetic the world's Xbox showcase in 5 years. It starts with Outer Worlds 2, which is the direct. Mate, he can't even write in English. I can't read that without my brain hurting. Sarah Bond tried scamming Xbox gamers into thinking. Okay, Sarah Bond was wrong for that one. I did! This dude is a complete fake. I'm so happy I blocked him. I blocked him and my feed became so much better. Mate, this guy is so stupid. The Theosaurus ran out of adjectives to describe him. They completely run out of adjectives to describe him. It was hilarious. Like that level of stupidity was just out of this world. But like, where is it? I think this is it. Let me find it. That's not what I want. That's not what I want, chat. You want to see stupid? I'm about to show you stupid. Seriously. No, in fact, I'm showing myself stupid. Okay, there's one. There's two. There's three. So, you got a bunch of people who's super excited for Final Fantasy 16 coming to Xbox and Final Fantasy 7, but not this Jose. He's never touching them games again. I mean, they didn't. That's the product, right? The sales were underwhelming, so that's the reason why Square said we're pushing our games elsewhere. Hey, Jamana. You know the world is going to it's like You Xbox players better support this game because clearly PlayStation fans didn't. Otherwise, they wouldn't have lost the exclusivity. I mean, shouldn't they be complaining to themselves about why they didn't support this game and it released and they broke their rule of, you know, making it everywhere? Most likely 27, Bon. Although I was holding hope for 26 November. That kind of would have made a little more sense to me. And there's quite a lot of games coming out next year that could indicate maybe there's a chance, but it's most likely 27 now. It's like PlayStation fans that were saying Nintendo is fine, but never on Xbox. Would help if I think. But you know, this one was the one that got me, right? Hopefully Rebirth and Part 3 will stay Sony exclusive angry emoji. But KGN Gamer, my dude just proves just how brain rot he actually is, right? Remember, like they said, they pay while we play, and he's showing this over here on premium. My dude, everyone on PlayStation paid for this game, right? This game wasn't available to buy, wasn't available to play on PSN at launch. Day one, it sold 3 million, and that's pretty much all it sold. You already paid for the damn game. Stop, Sim. You already paid for the damn game. And then, you can get it on PS Plus, right? Final Fantasy VII Remake. But if you want to play the Yuffie DLC, it doesn't work. You have to go and buy the game anyway because the DLC just doesn't work. Sony say, nope. If you got the game for free, you can't play the integrate DLC. You gotta cough up that money. So clearly they all would have wanted to play the Yuffie DLC, right? So they all went and paid and bought the game. So what the is he talking about when he says they pay while we play? Man has completely and utterly lost it. He is so salty about it. It's unbelievable. They literally lost their minds when they saw these two games showcasing. And then they tried to move the goalposts with me. They tried to move the goalposts with me. And then they started, well, you know, Xbox fans don't like you, and neither does Xbox. And your point, buddy? I'm not seeing any relevant point here. Can you get to it? That was their defense to me. Do you know, Bond, that's what I was thinking? Because it's their 25th anniversary and it looks like they're going to land a Halo, I think they could potentially land... When is the Gears... Gears anniversary is this year, right? So they're re-releasing Gears. But I think they could actually launch the next Xbox, if they time it right, with Halo and Gears. That would be like a Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's insane. With a Fable as well, that would be like the best console launch lineup ever. They're already crashing out, man. They're already crashing out. Right? My dudes are already crashing out. Look at it. ROG Xbox X is the most hated piece of gaming gear I have ever seen. The ponies are so mad the next Xbox will play PlayStation games. Deal with it. Cue in the it's not an Xbox. And they got it. I mean, these are Canadian. What? Look at Hunter over here. You can play PlayStation first-party games on the Xbox ROG LIX, Microsoft confirms. There was speculation that Sony would block their games on Xbox hardware, but that's not the case. They are so hurt. Wait, they are so hurt by this. It's like, why? Why are you so hurt by this? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why are you even... Steve, you just jelly. You know what, Steve? Since you're that excited and that thing, you know what? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. This one is this. You guys can thank Steve for this. You guys can thank Steve for this. Right? You guys can thank Steve for this. Exclamation mark FF16. Go. Exclamation mark FF16. Go. I've got him blocked, dude, so I won't see it. It doesn't even come up. These are Xbox codes, but they are play anyway. Wait. Okay, cool. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, get more entries in. If you're watching this over at Twitch or Kick, feel free to come over to, not Twitch, X and Kick. Feel free to come over to YouTube and drop a thing. This thing is only for YouTube. Only way I can get it running. Yeah, you only have to put it in once. There's no point in spamming it. You won't get any extra entries. Steve's entering so I can burn it if I win. Just remember, you need to contact me on, get in touch with me through Discord so I can give you the code. Yeah, these codes are courtesy of Square Enix. They gave me a few to give away. But thank you, Square Enix, for the codes. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We'll give it another minute. And we'll close and we'll maybe do another one later on. Got some Dragon Quest free keys as well. But see, Steve, this is just for you. Chat is grateful to you for the opportunity that you are providing them in being able to win a code for Final Fantasy 16. This is on Xbox. Steve, better. All right, picking a winner. And wait, what the hell's going on there? That's pretty cool. Come on. Why is that not doing it? 1 second, chat. I failed at this as well. All right, there we go. Brandon Lawrence, Congo Rats. Mate, I haven't. I don't even know what sleep is. Brandon Norris, send me a message on Discord, mate. We will do another giveaway in a little bit. Drop me a message on Discord, buddy. I know you're still in the chat. We've got the Phil. There's been the Phil Spencer interview as well we can check out. Hey, Brandon. Let me add you as a friend. Enjoy. These are the complete editions, by the way. These are the complete editions, so you get the DLC, the full works, everything. So, congrats, dude. Let's mark this one off. Me drunk? Why would I be drunk? I'm not drunk. I'm Jamal. I don't know. I haven't had much sleep in months, so maybe it's finally just catching up. Chaos is torturing people. Look, I like Final Fantasy. There's just no two ways about it. I'm not gonna say I don't like it when I do. It's one of my favorite franchises. I get super excited the moment I see those FF letters. This is Xbox Play Anywhere, so you can play it on Xbox and PC. So put it on your Microsoft account, and then you can play it on Xbox and PC. Play Anywhere means you can play it on your Xbox, your PC. I don't know if it's actually cloud enabled yet, but you can definitely play it on your new ROG that's coming out, your new Xbox handheld. But yeah, Brandon, congratulations, dude. Shin Megami Tensei is not better than Final Fantasy. You know what? That's proper timeout material. But you can see just how hurt these guys are, man. Right? They're just so hurt. I don't understand why. Like, you have to wonder why they're so hurt. Right? And it's like, it gets worse, right? It gets worse. It gets worse. You know, the mental gymnastics that they're using, right? All this time, this dude has been arguing that the Asus ROG is a console and not a portable PC. And I guess now it's a portable PC. He's been, remember when he was arguing with Doc that it wasn't a console? That it was a console, but the Asus, but now it's not. Now it's a portable PC. But it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse, right? It gets worse. Because then you got this guy. GeForce Now worked, then it didn't. He thinks that a game... Just read it. Sony wouldn't let you stream their shit from a third party to an Xbox. But now the Xbox branded handheld is gonna get a pass for Steam? Yeah, right. Does this guy even know how things work? Does he even know how things work? Hey Byron, I just got your screen confirmation. That is awesome. Final Fantasy 16 Complete Edition. Congratulations, dude. Enjoy a very, very good game. Great game. I'm modding Master Chief. But come on, it's like, does he even understand how GeForce Now works? And he's comparing that to Steam. Does he? It's like brain cells go wee when it comes to these ponies. Jesse, you and Steve are a match made in heaven. Mate, even Boosteroid, you can actually run that now on Xbox from what I've been hearing from people, and actually play those PlayStation games on your Xbox. Yeah, Brandon won it, and Brandon wait. No way. I got bamboozled. Did what I think just happen? Byron, was that you? Because I've got streamer mode and I can't see the names. Oh no. Brandon, did you contact me? Was it you that contacted me on Discord? I'll sort you out later, Brandon. I'll get you another code. Yeah, Brandon, it was supposed to be you. Is that your username, bad boy? I am not drunk. Oh, you've already claimed it. Okay, that's good. Okay, he claimed it. No, it's all fine. I thought Byron accidentally contacted me. See, I'm not drunk, people. I've only drunken like 4 cups of coffee, 4 cans of energy drinks today. I'm in a good place. We're going good. No, Byron, it's all good. It's all good. He just confirmed that he is in fact the one that got it. It's okay. I am not overcharged on caffeine today. But this is dumb, right? Enjoy, Brandon. Congratulations. We'll do another one in a little bit. You're a tipsy yourself. I had more. Oh. But yeah, when I saw this, yeah, GeForce Now, they cancelled it on GeForce Now, so they're gonna go this way. Yeah, let's think. Yeah, cool thing. I mean, just listen to this one, right? This is even more special, mate. This is even. Wait, what the hell happened there? Okay, this becomes even more special. Just listen to this. Let's stop the music.
The amount of people acting as though the ROG Ally, the Xbox ROG Ally, is an actual Xbox handheld when it's just a ROG Ally with an Xbox button is baffling.
Mate, what is it called? I just want to know what it's called. Because to me, it's called an Xbox Ally X. It's not called a ROG Ally X. It's called an Xbox.
I didn't even make content about that because I think it's got to be one of the most brain dead discussions I've ever seen. I didn't even want to enter that discussion. It's got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Even like I saw a clip from a pretty hardcore Xbox podcast where they were both like, "What's the point of this thing? Why would anybody buy this thing?" Even they were like, "This is not."
Okay. He says that, right? He says that. Let's see, because I actually saw something today. Because I know who he's talking about. He's talking about Steve's favorite Xbox content creator. the one that Steve loves the most. Absolute lives for him. Lives, dives, and it plays every Xbox first party game since 2016, plus 1,000 Play Anywhere titles. Not just plays, your ownership, saves, progression come over automatically. That's what he's referring to. Apparently, that is who is shitting on this, by the way. He's completely promoting it over there, but apparently he's been crapping over it.
They even like it was Colt Eastwood. He was like, you can't
See, I
even play all
told
your
you.
Xbox games on it. He already has a ROG Ally. He was like, why would I buy this? They seemed completely shrugged about it. The people that are run with the narrative of like, I'm gonna play all the PlayStation games on an Xbox. Yeah, sure, Jan. Number one, you can't play them all. Number two, you're not gonna play them at the performance they were designed to be played at. Like,
Oh my god, he is so salty. Why is he so salty about other people playing the games? Like, why does it bother him? Why is he so upset about this? Why is he so upset about this?
you're gonna play them on a handheld. Yeah, enjoy Ragnarok. It'll be thrilling on that thing. Are you freaking kidding me?
It's like, why is he so upset? Oh man. What the I don't know how powerful the ZX Stream 2 is. We haven't seen any benchmarks on it. We just know it's really powerful. That's the point, Jariel. You can play it. He sounds so butthurt, doesn't he? And the thing is, it'll probably run it at 60 FPS as well, which is something that. Wait, it would have helped if I actually put this back and finished playing it. Did you guys hear the remainder of what he was saying? I had one job and I failed at it so emphatically. It was unbelievable.
Why would I buy this? They seemed completely shrugged about it. The people that are run with the narrative of like, I'm gonna play all the PlayStation games on an Xbox. Yeah, sure, Jan. Number one, you can't play them all. Number two, you're not gonna play them at the performance they were designed to be played at. Like, you're gonna.
I mean, neither is PlayStation, considering they were designed on a PC to be running at 60, even 120 FPS. Sorry, Jan.
Play them on a handheld. Yeah, enjoy Ragnarok. It'll be thrilling on that thing. Are you freaking kidding me?
Meanwhile, everyone plays Ragnarok on the PS Portal like this. They got their portal to their face going. I suspect the low-end model will be somewhere around 500, but the high-end model will probably be around 800. You're getting quite a lot for your money there. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I just thought it was so funny. It just it just didn't make any sense to me on thing. Mate, how much do you think this would have hurt Genki to actually post? How much do you think this would have hurt Genki? With Final Fantasy 16 now on Xbox at the moment, Xbox is actually the only console you can play the entire mainline Final Fantasy series 1 to 16, apart from 11 online. Am I even following Colt? Am I following Colt? No, I'm not. What, Genki? Genki is in neutral. Genki is pro PlayStation. But man, it's no. I couldn't care less if he disappeared from this planet tomorrow, to be fair. I probably would rejoice. I despise that guy. But yeah, Genki's this must have hurt bad. Backwards compatibility on Xbox. Indeed. I'm not following him. Go away. What is wrong with you guys? Nah, he's been very, very Genki has always been like, if it's a Japanese game, it should, or an Eastern game, it should never appear on Xbox. You didn't have to, dude. Goat Gaming is legendary. Enjoy. What do you mean, weeb? But hey, look on the bright side. Has anyone heard from Japan Hates Xbox? Okay, let's unblock him just for a sec, because I can't stand this guy. Is he having a mental breakdown yet? Yeah, this, you see, is why you block him. And you should never unblock him. Moving on. This is why you don't unblock trash like that, and you just turn around and never ever unblock them, because there is something seriously mentally wrong with people like that. So apparently, this one is really weird, right? This one is really weird. We're gonna come back to the handheld thing in a little bit, but this one is really, really weird. Okay, because Seven Deadly Sins, right? And fast forward to Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive are both published by the same company. I think Unleashed just left the building. I rarely block people, like rarely block people. But there are two that are just absolutely completely toxic, that I blocked in the end. I couldn't take Red Dragon anymore because of his toxic bullshit. What is this? The one that I just blocked now, Xbox Ace Japan, and the other one was that Jamie's act, because he does nothing but slander people, and I just don't like watching that sort of thing. He lies and manipulates video just so it can have you saying something else, and I've actually reported him a couple of times for that, and thing doesn't care, so I'd rather not see it. But these two games are published by the same company. One is exclusive to PlayStation, and the other one is exclusive to Xbox. These will be free to play, Brandon. Yeah. Yeah, solo leveling is going to be miles better. Solo leveling, I mean, this one over here is going to be way better than what this is. I actually don't know what they can do with this, honestly, considering it's such a beloved franchise. They can't really. What are they going to do? They have to stay within the confines of the thing. This, on the other hand, isn't that old of an anime. I think it's quite new, right? Most likely it's Netmarble, so I would assume so, Mags. I can't 100% confirm, but based on the fact that it's Netmarble, I would assume it is. But here's the thing, though: if you're playing on PC, you get them both anyway. So PC gets them both. Xbox gets solo leveling, and PlayStation gets Seven Deadly Sins. It looks like it would. So yeah, Sony opted to go for Seven Deadly Sins. I guess at the time that was more popular, whereas solo leveling is going to Xbox Series and PC. The PC version will launch via the Microsoft Store this fall, followed by the Xbox Series version in 2026. So the PC version on the Microsoft Store is coming first, and then the console version. Whereas it's like, but they're both published by the same company. Why not just release it everywhere? Gacha games are good. That's why, Bags. I would assume so, Woodstar, but what what's weird? Like, release them both on both platforms. There's no reason not to. Why are you making it exclusive? It's the same publisher. It doesn't make any sense. I thought this one was so weird. This one really had my head scratching. I know, Bags. I know. This is like on a whole new level of 4D chess. It's like, oh man, I'm like, I was like, my brain isn't ready for this. I don't know, Bags. I'd say some of these gacha games are better than the games that are released today. They have more effort. They have more content. They just overall feel better. To Senegal. Oh shit, that's bad. All right. So Microsoft has announced that Outer Worlds 2 is going to be $80 in the US. But here in the UK, it remains at $70, $69.99. Why is it $80 in the US plus tax, but $69.99 in the UK? Wait, these games are good. That's why they're making money, and they make money, so they make more content. They make more content, they make more money. Don't tell them. No, I think that the pricing that is here is strictly US based. In Europe, it's not like that either. It's standard pricing. Yeah, it's a US problem. Europe has a standard pricing as well. Nah, games have been $69.99 here for ages now in the UK, Woodstock. That's like saying how many copies sold doesn't dictate. So what have PlayStation fans been crying about all this time? Oh, my game sold 73 copies. Yeah, games have been £70 here in the UK for ages. Yeah, but why only in the US is the price changing? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want it to change here in the UK at all. I'm in the UK. Mate, Steam £70 is a standard price for all games, man. But I went to a website and it's like the worst example you could possibly. Let's see. Come on, do you have me? Or is it because of tariffs? Is it because of tariffs? I don't know. I mean, look, Death Stranding 2, no, it's $69.99. You get it for 65 because I'm a silver member, but you know, it's $70, man. They're expensive. Mate, then they are just literally ripping the Americans off. They found an opportunity and they said, you know what? Let's do it. We'll charge you 80 plus tax. I don't know. I genuinely don't know the reason. That's why I'm asking. Because I don't know. It's just weird. Europe hasn't changed their price. The UK hasn't changed their price, but the Americans have. They've been seeing this for a bit, and I even saw a special Nick complaining about it, and I showed him the UK prices, and he was surprised as well. The Switch 2 in Japan is different, though, right? It's got missing things that make the standard version more expensive. It only has one language, for example. So it's kind of tailored just for that market. The US is just special. I know that, Jamala. I've been doing some work for them, especially the Alaskans. Doing some work for them. Jesus. That was let's just say it was interesting. I waited 6 months for access and they still didn't give it to me. 6 months. I had to use someone else's credentials just so I could do the work. All the while, they still wanted the work delivered on time. Oh, you guys are... Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just thought it was really weird. Because normally what we have in the UK is they just change the dollar sign to a pound sign, right? That's what we normally have. And that's why normally people in the UK get a bit butthurt because it shouldn't be like that. But it looks like they're doing it different now, and it's just, I don't know. Gears? What gears? There's no gears talk today. Or is there? Who knows? Maybe they should be. But no, what we're talking about is this. Satya Nadella is bigging up next year. New games, new hardware, and new ways to play as Xbox turns 25 next year. I think they are going to do something really big next year. And honestly, I can see them potentially launching the console next year. That would be an insane move by them to do. If they can get the OS done right, I think I can see them releasing the hardware next year. And there will be a Halo branded console. There will be a Forza Horizon 6 branded console, a Fable branded console, but they're just going to stop at Gears and just say it's not worth it. Oh, well, that's a pleasure. Oh, man, Steve is still number one. Oh, man. What is going on? What happened to Devin? Did you ban him or something? He's gone, man. Man, where is Devin in this list? Man, man, he dropped you banished him, didn't you? I saw a brick. I'm gonna sign up to it. I saw it early just before going live. Is it open to everyone or is it a closed beta? They'll even make a Final Fantasy brand Xbox before Gears. Oh man, if they did that. They actually did and they gave it away. I was so disappointed. Oh, Woodstar, that would be awesome, man. That would be awesome. Can you imagine the meltdown that would happen if that were to take place? Holy crap. That would be literally just, oh shit. That I don't even know. I mean, they already lost their minds and will to live right now. Can you imagine what would happen if things took another turn? Steve would have been ad mining himself. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if he actually banned it from chatting. Did you really ban him from speaking? But yeah, so 2020 next year could be a really, well, it is going to be a special year. I'm just curious to see what exactly is going to happen. but a console next year alongside Halo, Gears, Forza Horizon, literally the three main pillars of Xbox landing day one on the console. Ooh, baby. Now that's the type of console launch that you want. Remember I was still talking to you about how Nibs was going after Paris? Mate, 09. 09. If you have to dig that far, you have serious problems. Nah, none of the really super big games on the Xbox showcase were announced for PlayStation. It seems it's the AA and smaller games that are getting day one. And those that were already a legacy title on there. Clockwork Revolution, for example, was not announced for PlayStation. Space Marine still on Game Pass? Nice, Sanchez. Ah, so Taz is the one that upset him. Yeah, but wasn't Outer Worlds already released on PlayStation? Pretty sure the original was already out on PlayStation, at which point it becomes a legacy title. I think it was Clockwork. You're making me question now. Taz, you timing people out? But you know what? When you got Khalif actually calling you out and saying, "Chief, this isn't it," going look, I appreciate Nibs' passion, but man's went back all the way to 09 for this tweet. All that to say, anyone who is online and willing to share opinions on an industry that is consistently trying new things and evolving is gonna have stuff that hits and misses. God knows if you pulled this from my stuff, you would have similar criticisms. Even if you want to say that the misses are inconsistent, at least to be able to understand that most of us who are super vocal in the space are futurists and are consistently trying to use the info we have today to share a glimpse of what might happen. It's weird to try and knock credibility in this way when we are all reading tea leaves for the most part. And he is absolutely right with this one. He is absolutely right. Mate, if you have to go back to 09 to try and prove a fucking point, you're sad. That's all I gotta say. Hey, PS5 Blues. That's sad. I mean, come on. That's upset. That's obsession now. It could be another game then that I was referring to. But there was a number of games that weren't going to PS5. Yeah, Space Marine's a Sega game. Man, Khalif actually coming in with the common sense. I don't know, man. You tell me. That just looks obsessive. And now, dude is teaming up with KJ and Gamer to promote doxing of Astrobot, Astro Cyborg. They're both cheering doxing Astro. Like, come on, fellas, you can't be doing this. You can't be cheering something like this. I mean, you don't know, Bags. There's nothing announced. Whether it will or not is speculation. You can speculate all you want, but as of right now, it's not. Based on the information that Microsoft have given us. Wasn't Persona done with console warring? Isn't that why he's leaving his streaming stuff? And even then, Steve, it's not guaranteed to release. There's no guarantee that it's going to come to PlayStation. It'll only be guaranteed once you see the PlayStation logo next to it. My dude said that he had had enough of the console wars. He's closing his channel because he's sick of the console wars, and then posts this. Mate, if the PlayStation fans supported the game, they wouldn't have had to. They wouldn't have resulted in porting the game over to other platforms. So how about you get the PlayStation community to stand up for a second, instead of going and asking other people to step up? What a lame-o, man. Like, look, I like to console war just to mess about, right? Back in the good old days of gaming, console wars used to be fun because you used to just mock each other with video games. Nowadays, it's about seeing who can, cuss your mom or your dad or hurt your family or start doxing you or get you banned or shit like this. This ain't console warring, man. This is literally just tribal war. I hate to agree with Steve, but I kind of have to. And this is probably going to be the only time that I do agree with him. These guys have literally become so tribalistic. It's crazy. It's not even like a bit of it's not banter anymore with these guys. These guys are serious. Like, I swear these guys would go after your family if they could, just to get that one up over you. It's so sad. That's not how it works, Steve. That's not how it works. Exactly, Jamala. Rum Punch. It's pretty much just douchebaggery. Like, people actually sending messages to community managers and actually saying some really nasty stuff because they are releasing Final Fantasy 7 and 16 on Xbox. Like, why does it actually? Why do you care where the game is being played? You've got it. You've played it. Move on. No, I'm not saying console warring is dumb, because the way it used to be in the past was fun banter. It used to be a good back and forth, right? It's pretty much like how you would have it with Man United and Man City without people trying to kill each other. It was the good side of bantering, where one would wail something and then the other one would wail a fridge, the other one would then wail a washing machine over. Then you'd see like people escalating into cars and trucks and stuff. But it was all in good name. It was all in good fun, right? But that's how it used to be. Nowadays, they go straight for the jugular. Was a console, a ball, and a stick. Let's just say the first console I ever played when I was young was an Atari 2600. But that's the thing, Steve. That's what I'm talking about. It used to be about the trolling, right? It used to be about, just having fun. Now it's so personal today. As if these companies are going to put any money in our pockets. They're not, unless you're a shareholder. But if you're not a shareholder, they're not going to put any money in your pockets. Like, why the fuck do you care? You know? I don't know. It just blows my mind, man. It just blows my mind. And someone just asked me about the Persona stuff. Persona 4 Revival is what it's actually called. We don't really know anything about it, when it's being released or nothing. I think it's might be coming later this year or early next year. But it was nice and convenient of Jeff Keighley to just cut out the Play Anywhere and the Xbox Game Pass logos down here. It was nice of him to cut out those, right? I would assume the ColecoVision, right? Good Jeff, good pony. I think it would have been the ColecoVision. That's the one that's really all I can think of, really. I don't know. But I'm happy this exists. I'm happy it exists. Man, can you imagine how dry it would have been for PlayStation this year if Xbox didn't release anything on their hardware? What annoyed you, Steve? Persona 4 is a really good game. I played it on the Vita, I think. But now they're obviously redoing it in next-gen graphics. So I'm hoping it's going to be really good. So we saw the trailer to this at the Xbox showcase. The iconic Gears of War Reloaded is landing on August the 26th. How many of you are going to buy it? How many of you are going to buy this game? And here's the thing, right? How old is Gears of War? 10 years? Did they change the gameplay? Nah. They just upped the graphics a bit. I mean, Gears is a great game. Not a superly amazing game, but it's a great game.
Devastator 2000 celebrates 19 months of membership. Ghost of Sushi is in October, the most packed month.
Ooh. That's not good for sushi. Isn't COD releasing at the same time? And Starfield releasing around there as well? That's not good, man. 06. So let me get this right. I've seen ponies turn around and say that we had to wait 2-3 years or 5 years for remake. Yet a game that they've been shitting on for what? Almost 20 years now? Now they're all pre-ordering because now it's good. A 20-year-old game. Where does the goalposts lie? Thank you for the membership, dude. I appreciate it. Reloaded has a host of improvements, man. I mean, Reloaded has the word reloaded in it. So it's changed from Ultimate to Reloaded. That's a big change. The artwork is slightly different. That's another really big change that they've done. The year that it's actually coming out is different to the original year. So that's another big change. I don't really know much else, though. He hasn't played it, so I don't think he actually knows. One day when he gets to play it, there's no goalposts anymore. I know. I mean, guys, do you agree with Steve? Look, Steve is probably one of the biggest Gears fans I've seen ever. Like, literally. But even I was a little thrown back when he suggested that they should replace Marcus Phoenix's character model for Baptista's and change his voice to Baptista as well and have all of the lines re-recorded with Baptista saying them. Even I was a bit thrown back by that, but what's your thoughts on this?
Chris Dawes celebrates 5 months of membership. I thought Black Ops 7 looked absolutely awesome. Smiley face emoji.
Yeah, I thought it looks fine. I feel it's a good reveal. I know some people didn't like it because it's, well, just another COD game, but the trailer was cool. Thank you for the 5 months membership, Chris. It was Steve. Steve was saying that Marcus Phoenix's model should be that of Baptista. Wait, chat. Wait a second. I think I can hear Steve at the door. One second. Let me just make sure it's not him. I'll be right back. Thank you for the 9 months membership, Ghosty. But I think I can hear him at my door. That was quick. Be right back.
Ghosty celebrates 9 months of membership. Batista is the best Marcus Phoenix.
No, it seems there was a false alarm. I thought he came down that quick. Damn. But yeah, so Steve, what have you got to say for yourself? Making such a claim. Man, at least he didn't say he wanted to see him in a mankini, right? I think at that point it would have just been way too bad. Hey, Taz, thank you so much for that £20 super chat, dude. For the energy drink fund. Mate, I need the energy drink.
For energy drink fund.
I need them, man. Thank you so much for the £20 super chat. I am not muted. Nope, I'm not muted. I can see myself talking. You're not. No, you can all hear me. Look, chat, it's not happening. Mm-hmm. I know I am because I can clearly see the display and the audio moving up and down. No. I can see the sound receptors moving, which is why I know it's working. I am not. I am not. I'm not. I'm not. Man, I literally just heard myself on stream. I'm not muted. The voices in my head. See, if you went with that one, I'd probably believe you, right? If you went with that one, I'd probably believe you. This is Steve trying to get his own back. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So, chat, what's actually landing in October? What games are actually landing on October? According to Google AI, you got the Bluff. In October, there are several notable releases in film and video. I guess that's video. And the games Ninja Gaiden 4, Jurassic World Evolution 3, The Outer Worlds 2, and now Ghost of Yote. Mate, I'm not being funny, but I think everyone's going to be playing Ninja Gaiden 4. I think Ninja Gaiden 4 is going to steal October, depending on when they release. Jamala, I'm always listening to those voices. Always. You'll take a temporary ban now. I appreciate you being this good at lip reading. Hey, Ghosted on a super chat? Ghosted done a membership. I thanked him for that. What are you on about? Just before I left, I said thanks, Ghosted, for the 9 months of membership. But there's no thing here. I tell you what, he should super chat and then I can thank him. See, Weapon, that's exactly what I was talking about to Steve. Because next year they've already confirmed 4 games, right? They've confirmed what is it? That just feels really, really wrong. Is that really close or is it me? That feels really close. Why is it so close? Oh, I know what's happened. My son screwed up the video. 10 out of 10. Would not do it again. I'll have to get that reconverted. But this is what I was talking to Steve about. Like, you know, they've got so many games. They've got 4 big ones planned for next year with Fable, Forza Horizon, Gears E-Day, and potentially Halo. But I think they are going to add more because they just can't hold on to them. It would literally just burn money, right? Thanks, Bullets, for the 11 months
Bullets
membership.
Kill celebrates 11 months of membership. Hashtag ban Steve for his Gears opinion.
Yeah, it's a bit zoomed in. I think when my son converted this video for me, he zoomed it in a bit too much. It's a bit unfortunate. There's not much I can do. It's the actual video. I'll re-edit it for next stream. England lose 3-1. That's sad. Especially to Senegal. No disrespect to Senegal, but England should be winning that. No, that looks horrendous. I'll come back to that after. It should be Gears E-Day, Gear 6, Gear 7, Gears 8. Yeah, you're going to get it 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I feel like this is a good thing, right? Yeah. Beast of Reincarnation looks really, really good. I wanted to actually go through some of the stuff at the Xbox Showcase, but I'm guessing we'll leave that for Thursday with Chili. Give us something to go over on Thursday. Because it'll probably take a little long. I did have this interview with Phil Spencer. Did anyone actually see it? Let me show you. Yee, don't do that. The Phil Spencer Xbox Showcase interview. It's about 25 minutes long. It's a little longish, but anyone interested in checking it out? I haven't seen it at all, so I don't know what good tidbits there are in there, what not. But what was interesting is that apparently renting is good now, according to P-Rock. P-Rock says you have many options to save money in gaming, so now renting is good. Because you can do it from Gamefly. Renting from Game Pass is bad. Renting from Gamefly is good. Steve, what do you think of this? Renting from Game Pass good, bad. Gamefly good. Hey, no worries, Paul. I appreciate you stopping by. All right, let's go through these couple points left, and then we can jump onto that video real quick and call it after that. So I'm not sure if you've seen this, but JTech completely and utterly crashed out. Like, he lost it. Right? Because, you know, Sony said that they're not going to release single player experiences day one on PC. It's only going to be live service, remember? But if we go back even further, they said that they're never releasing a game day and date on PC. Then that changed to live service games day and date on PC. Then it changed to single player AA and A games day and date on PC. And then that is slowly now changing and moving up because apparently Lost Soul, which is, would you call that a AAA or a AA, is fully published and paid for by Sony, is being released day and date on PlayStation. And just listen to how he crashes out.
Now I want y'all to understand, this is an official NVIDIA GeForce video showing off ray tracing and frame generations. But at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video, what do you see? The official PlayStation logo. So not only is this game promoting itself on PC, it is a PlayStation published game promoting itself on PC. It is the first PlayStation published fucking single player game to go day and date. If you buy this game, you fail the test. Do not get mad at me. Don't come back and say, oh my God, Jay, I was right with you. Nigga, don't fucking say that dumbass shit. If you are not with me right now, you are not with me in the future when shit is the fucking fan.
Man, that crash out at the end was just, it was chef's kiss. And do you know what? I wasn't gonna buy this game, but I am now on Steam just for JTech. Tony, if you're listening to this, just for JTech, I'm gonna buy this on Steam so I can promote those Steam sales. I will buy this on Steam just for that, and then play it on my Xbox Ally X. I'm gonna buy it on Steam to play on my Xbox. Oh, I can't. You know what? I'm gonna buy that device just so I could have some fun with it. I am gonna troll so hard with that hardware. I just hope it's not priced outside of my reach. It's a Lost Soul aside. But I am going to troll so hard with that. I'm gonna buy it on Steam just so I can play it on my Xbox handheld. Come on. Oh man. Oh shit, that's just too much, man. That was good. That was good, man. You have failed the test. Don't come to me like, bro, who's coming to you for it? Like this sort of thing. Like, who comes to you? Look, I'll be honest with you, ain't no one coming to you, man. You know what? Before we watch the video, let's do a Dragon Quest giveaway. Let me set it up. A side game, really? PlayStation betrayed us. That looks all fine to me. Again, this is an Xbox code. So exclamation dragon. Yeah, we covered that earlier, Sanchez. We covered that a little earlier. That's really sad. No one should be celebrating those losses. That was a problem created by Sony, and is a problem that is fixed by Sony by getting rid of people. It's really sad. I feel for the, you know, the people who lost their jobs. I really do. That's a dragon. Come on, exclamation dragon. This is for Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. Mate, the Legend of Heroes is really good. It seems they are slowly doing it. Yeah, Nintendo's crazy. You don't mess around with Nintendo, man. Mate, I actually wanted to stream some Nintendo games, but I've seen people literally having their channels destroyed because they stream Nintendo games. Nintendo's really weird with that stuff. We'll give it another minute. As soon as it hits 10 o'clock on my thing, I will run the competition. Exclamation dragon. You only need to do it once. Spamming won't get you any more entries. All right, here we go. Good luck, folks. Woodstar Forges. If you can contact me on Discord, that would be great. Link in the description below should get you there. Woodstar, you have won. Yeah, drop me a DM on X. And after the interview, we'll see if we can do one more. By the way, just to show that I'm not making this shit up, you can see it here, right? Woodstar Forges. So I'm not making that up. He's making it up. Mate, you don't want me to start telling people how you wanted to see Marcus Phoenix at a Borat Mankini, did you? Steve Solusa. Yeah, we'll be doing we've got more to give away on Thursday as well. Don't be the phone. I can see your screen. See what screen? through my window. Holy shit. Just checking. You never know. Mate, he's the only one that has my address. There are some things that could actually turn to be real. Chili's gonna be here this Thursday. He's had things come up so he can rotate Thursdays, one here, one not. I am trying to get some people to fill in the gaps. It's been pretty awkward. Okay, awesome stuff. I got your DM. Lets me know if all is good. Mate, for a second, I thought I was sharing the screen. Everyone would have went for the code. That would have been awkward, wouldn't it? But yeah, Lost Soul Arise, I'm going to play on Steam on my Xbox handheld. All right, let's check this out. And Woodstar, let me know if it worked, yeah? Or if you had any problems. I think it's going to be $799.99 for the X. All right, here we go.
Games in this podcast range from E to M. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the official Xbox podcast, the only podcast coming to you from inside Xbox or outside of Summer Game Fest play days, where we are at the Fallout 76 Fishing Hole or Fission Hole.
That's good.
Okay, we'll
That's
keep it.
good.
I'm Jeff Rubenstein, and along with someone who needs no introduction, Phil
Spencer.
Yes.
I work at Xbox.
First podcast you've ever done in a lawn chair?
I believe in a lawn chair and in front of a kiddie pool. I think both of those are true.
Well,
Checked
we're
them off the
always
list.
trying to unlock achievements, even when we're away from our consoles. So we're here, like I said, at Summer Game Fest Play Days. And just this past Sunday, we brought to players 2 hours of games, of hardware that they're going to be experiencing really already. Now, yes, we'll be getting to that. Before we get into really everything that we talked about on Sunday, I'd like to just talk more about Xbox in 2025, where things are as we, got on a plane and flew down to LA.
That's really awesome.
How are you feeling about the year?
I feel really good. I think 2025 is an exciting year for us. Maybe I'll start for us as a team. I think our first-party teams have done amazing work so far this year. When you think about the launches that we've had, we're investing in a new form factor piece of hardware for us with our partners at ASUS, which means on our side we have a lot of design work that we did with them. We did a lot of kind of operating system work that continues, the Xbox experience on that. These are areas we're investing. I think Game Pass is having an amazing year. I think when I look at Xbox Play Anywhere and how much that's showing up in the show, there's so many things that are working for us right now. And our jobs inside the company is to run a good business. We're accountable to Microsoft for running a good business, a healthy business that continues to grow at both top line and bottom line. That's kind of a foundation for us. And what that does is it allows us to continue to invest in Xbox for our community of players and creators. And that we're doing. It does mean we have to make trade-offs through the year on things that we're going to invest more in, things that we're not going to invest as much in, because it is kind of, we are the business that we are, but the business is having really good success. I even think to the last quarter and some of the stats that Satya Nadella, my boss, the CEO of Microsoft, Amy Hood, the CFO, went through, talking about how the business is growing. And I'm just really proud of the scale of the Xbox business right now. It's obviously never been as big as it is now, and how it's really delivering for our players, our creators, and the company. And it's a strong position.
And I don't think our players have ever had so much to play in a given year. Just so far this year, we've experienced Avowed, South of Midnight, Oblivion Remaster. We got to surprise everyone and just like have an amazing time with reliving that world. Doom: The Dark Ages. And then next month, we're going to have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, followed by Grounded 2, Gears of War Reloaded, Ninja Gaiden 4, Keeper, and it goes on and on. And
I agree, Steve.
It's an incredible year. It's something we're as a player, I'm certainly enjoying. But like, is this the plan, like playing out before our eyes?
Yeah, definitely getting the first-party teams supported so they can go build the games that they envision, that they want to build at the level of quality. It's not just about quantity of games. I also love the diversity when I look at the portfolio that we have. I think for us, in looking at the months and the year and making sure that we've got the right games at the right time, we're pacing the portfolio is always good learning and growth for us. But when I look at what the teams are able to deliver now, I'm just so proud. I think they're sharing ideas among themselves. They're learning and building on technology that each other's sharing, whether it's the coalition doing Unreal work for so many teams or the id Tech work that gets shared between the teams, really allowing our first-party teams to deliver what I would say is some of the best games they've ever delivered. Is definitely the goal when you think about the pace then and the quality that we want to be at. And it's a great 25, and I'm really excited about it, 2026 as well.
Do we see that? Do you see the studios talking to each other and like sharing expertise and things like that?
Yeah, I want to give kudos to Matt Booty and the leadership team of studios. You know, one of the things, and I grew up here building games in first party. It's not always easy as a team to find the right forum to share your ideas in a safe way, because we know if we put it out there publicly, then it's on display and it's going to get judged. And it's been awesome to see the community of our first party come together on tech forums, on kind of dev days of them sharing their ideas with each other and getting feedback. And when you look across the creative teams that we have, it's just an amazing, amazing group that in a safe way, you can say, here's something I'm looking at, here's what I'd want to do, and get feedback from our other teams before you go public with something. And maybe you never go public with it, right? Maybe you try something, get feedback. And I see that. I see that from a technology standpoint, the shared tech that our teams share across the different teams, whether it's Unreal Engine work or the id Tech work that you see moving around between the studios, the creative discussions that happen in the studios. I think it's leading to these teams. You think of something like South of Midnight, we think like Doom, the Dark Ages. These are amazing accomplishments that our teams are coming out with. I'm playing through Avowed right now, fantastic game. And I love that these teams are realizing their full potential.
I put about 65 hours into Avowed. I loved it and had been looking forward to even, coming into this weekend. We knew we had the Outer Worlds 2 Direct. We were going to be seeing that. Got to have an amazing surprise. I was just watching the chat as Grounded 2 got announced, and they're like, a third game? A third game? Obsidian just having an incredible year.
They are. And you saw when they were talking about also like in the directs how they've leveraged other teams. They partnered with external teams, capability that we've had as Xbox for a long time to allow them to increase their creative capability. So having Eidos Montreal partners with us and building games allows them to up the output. I think Grounded 1 was one of those that, the first one was like 12 people that built that game. And we knew we wanted to go bigger with Grounded 2, the mounts, the things that I played a ton of Grounded 1. But yeah, Obsidian internally really has a culture of learning through shipping and growing and building on the successes that they have. I think Avowed was fantastic, and I thought Outer Worlds 2 showed incredibly well in the show.
And very cool that we get to play 2 games from them in like the next 4 months.
It's great. It's really great.
Looking forward to that. So I want to talk about In Exile next. I was a big fan of Wasteland 3, put dozens of hours into it. There was so much flexibility and different ways like you could change the outcome of the game with their decision making. We knew that they're a strong team when it comes to writing. Then you see Clockwork Revolution.
And so
I was reminded of the meme, like, I owe you an apology. I was not familiar with your game. Like, did you know In Exile could do this?
Yeah, it's one of those things when you talk to Brian Fargo and the team, you knew that they were the ones that were going to set the bar very high for themselves. They had an aspiration that they wanted to hit creatively as a studio from our earliest discussions about them becoming part of Xbox.
Kind of leaning back, so I was a bit away from the keyboard.
It's hard being a small independent studio out there and looking for your next game while you're finishing your previous game and trying to just make sure that you've got the wherewithal to continue going. And I see them now with Clockwork, which I thought was just an amazing game in our show. Like the first time we started looking at that asset and just kind of watching the video come together and the gameplay and the team, that is a team that sets an incredibly high bar for themselves. And I say it's kind of a privilege to get to work with them and the level of expertise they have. And we were able to partner with them to give them some tech support, time, resources. And I think what you see now is just like the ultimate manifestation of an
We
Exile
want to see
game,
Perfect
kind
Dark
of a
every
hard,
year,
gritty
Steve.
world. RPG mechanics, storytelling. I think the thing we all probably get a little blown away by is just the level of graphic fidelity, right, that they're showing right now. And the game looks amazing.
And also,
I think
a very memorable
TV
trailer.
audio,
I think the meta game for us was like sort of scrolling the social feeds and watching people go,
Let me put that down a
okay,
bit so it doesn't overpower me.
Now move to the top of my radar.
Yeah, we knew that. Like when we were looking at this, because you know this, we start crafting the show back in like December, January, start looking at what might be in the show. And when we first started to get some like sight into what In Exile was building, I knew it would be one of the real standouts in the show, and it was a privilege. And we gave it a lot of time too in the show. Like it was one of those things we wanted to make sure people saw gameplay, they saw dialogue, they saw the ability to build and craft weapons and the different choices and skins that people had there, and then you wanted the story to pop through and the writing. So I'm glad that we gave it the time it had, and it's the response from the community has been fantastic.
Man, why did everyone hate them ending it with
team
COD?
that kind of keeps us guessing all the time. Double Fine. From one game to the next, we were talking earlier, like, you know, the team that made Stacking, that also made Massive Chalice. Like these are games that like everything is completely original, and it feels like Keeper is going to be another one of those in the pantheon from Double Fine.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. It was one of those when we were putting the kind of flow, I wanted to make sure I got to talk about the game as we came out of the reveal for Keeper. Yeah, I've known Tim since original Xbox, and big fan of Psychonauts. In fact, when I went and I was watching that game kind of come into focus for the show, I went back, reignited my Double Fine
COD is
love,
one
and
of
I
the
went back
biggest
and played
games in the world.
Cave.
How
I went
much
back
more
and played
bigger
Iron
than you
Brigade.
want?
Like it was just reminding me of some of the great things that team, very diverse team.
I mean,
when you
I
think
agree,
about
though.
the different mechanics and stories
They could have
they've
announced
told.
like a.
And that one just had
I don't
such
know.
I thought like a soulful play to it as you watched, and I can't wait for people to get to play. It's really great. We get to do new IP, which also showed up very well in the show when you think about Clockwork and Keeper, and enable teams to go and create new.
Another game we don't have to wait too long before we all get to enjoy. Something I love about these shows, and obviously there's a lot of focus on like, you know, the big reveals, the debuts, the world premieres, is that we're able to make you know, space for these games that have been
That was a lucky
communities
guess.
for years and have been adding new content, and have now tens of millions of players. So like we saw season 17 of Sea of Thieves, ESO showed off new content for their 26 million players, new content for Age of Mythology, which has been awesome to keep seeing that playing, and including mythologies from all over the world, and Fallout 76. Are you going to be taking up fishing?
I love playing Fallout 76. I do have this issue that it's one of the games where I run around with my gamer tag on my head when I play the game, and the community is so inviting, but I always end up with a big group of people around playing. But it's a really interesting point on how you balance the mix of new things in our show, these communities, as you have millions and millions of players, and you want to be respectful of them.
I'm guessing there's not much going to be said in this interview.
And the teams that do all of those, the work on those franchises. And I'm very proud of the success those teams have had in fostering and growing
Everworld,
gaming
I think that game at
communities
this point
around
is
living
cancelled,
games
man.
is not easy.
I'm losing all hope for Everworld.
Wasn't really in their background, and even
I
when
love
we
the way
watched
it looked in the
launch of Sea of
trailer,
Thieves,
but
and now we're sitting here at season 17. Just an amazing accomplishment, right, by that team and all they've
I have no
learned
idea.
and evolved and grew. And it's another area where our teams share a lot of the ideas and learning, because these are games that have a lot of players. The community's really strong, and we want to make sure we continue to support them.
Something that you've been very vocal about over, for many years is just how important it is for you to ensure that Xbox players are enjoying the amazing games that come out of game creators in Japan.
Yes.
And we saw a lot of that here in the Xbox Game Showcase. We want to run down through, some of the games here. Ninja Gaiden 4, of course. We got to see a pretty
on
deep
your
look.
list of 2025, we started the year obviously with Ninja Gaiden 2, the remaster. Like you just think about like Ninja Gaiden means so much to us on Xbox, and it was awesome seeing 4 in the show. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, please, we're here to talk to you. So Square Enix, the great surprise drop of Final Fantasy 16.
Let's go.
Also the confirmation of Final Fantasy 7 Remake. It was fun watching the chat on that. A lot of OMG. That was sort of the the most frequently seen thing. And even earlier in the week, I think during Jeff's show, we saw Final Fantasy Tactics is coming to Xbox. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Super excited.
We did
about
that for you. It was the Jeff.
Don't think it didn't land. It was my birthday week, and I was like,
nice.
they knew, they remembered.
I love that.
Except for Wuthering Waves anime.
And Persona 4 Revival. It feels like Persona,
Wuthering Waves deserves everything, man. This game looks so good in its
year after year,
new form.
Really been showing up in our show.
What's up, little man?
Like Game Pass is like the home of Persona these days. Also, Metaphor Refantasio from Atlas was the big showstopper. I want to say like 2 years ago, and is now in the Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
You know, our relationship with the publishers that you're mentioning, whether it's the ones that are in our show, but even things like our relationship with Capcom. And I got to sit here at Playdays and go through Resident Evil and see the new game, and scary, but amazing. Like in the history of video games, so many of our great franchises.
Mate, you haven't played it back, so you can't call it cringe. It's a good game.
Very strong. I have a lot of friends there that have built games for years.
Got a really good story.
And I always like going and listening to what they're.
Can't say that without playing it.
From a platform. When they talk about here's what we need in order to see the growth that they're looking for, whether it's growth in creative or growth in the games that they're building. So going out on the road and spending time in like 2 ears, 1 mouth, I'm listening more than I'm talking on what they need from us, I think is important, and gaining the trust. I think when a publisher decides to publish on our platform, to me, it's really a sign of trust that we're going to treat their games the right way, that we're going to be a good partner for them, whether it's Game Pass or just a retail game on the platform, and helping them deliver what they need to deliver with their games. And I love the support that we have. It's work. Like we're always there, you know, getting on planes and going and having discussions. I go to TGS every year. Like these are important relationships.
You see, Colabdos is playing it right now, mate.
Yeah. So it's important to me.
You had mentioned stopping in and seeing Capcom yesterday. You actually we were walking around and you got your hands on the sticks on quite a few games. You're walking around with Matt Booty and Sarah Bond. Anything jump out at you that you got to see or you even just walk by? There's a lot of games here at Playdays.
You know, the thing I'll just start with, because I'm still going to call it E3 because I'm the old guy, but like first is just seeing so many creators I've known for so long, and we got to sit down with Remedy and talk about Firebreak and play, and I think it's great to see teams that I've known for a long time doing new things.
Not great. I've seen it running 60 FPS. What's not great about that?
That team, that was fun. Like getting to watch Matt played that one, so I got to kind of troll.
Okay,
see, and then I have to go to Mixtape. Not only because it has a soundtrack that I just love, but also we have a relationship with obviously the creative team there. We have for a while, and it's a great Game Pass game for us, and the team at Annapurna has been great supporters. So I love getting around, meeting people new, talking to creators that maybe I only see once a year.
Whatever happened to OD,
or
man?
That I see more often. And really getting from them what their ideas are, and seeing so many great games here at the show.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing the trailer for Mixtape in our showcase last year.
That's
and
right.
Then getting to see the actual game and getting the chance to play it. It's like, oh no, this is what the game looks like.
That's right, and sounds like. I do think you can't, like Mixtape in the soundtrack. I just, talking to how they were picking, like I don't know what they're showing, so I won't unveil some of the tracks, but we were kind of riffing on some of our taste in music, and I think they really nailed it.
With Johnny Galvatron.
That's right.
Very much a trip. We got to get him back on the show. Definitely one of the more gonzo interviews we've ever had on the Xbox
But a real
podcast.
Thoughtful creator.
Yeah.
Like when you talk to him about the game he's trying to build, and what I call the pacing and the flow and the emotion, it's just... You started this off. We're in the games industry. I think building an industry and platforms where games can be successful, supporting games in as many places that people want to go play. Like that's what this should all be about. I love that the show's here. I love that we're here. We're able to put on a show. It was kind of a nice week, Summer Game Fest, Sony State of Play. I thought all of the shows had their kind of unique and special takes, some great games to be shown. And that's what this should be about, is great games getting success, new and old. It's the signs of a healthy industry.
So you mentioned still calling it E3. You're not the only one. I've probably watched every
Paris
E3
Hey there,
press
buddy.
conference before I worked here. And then,
Is
of
it
course,
really
being
years
involved
away?
in the last God,
I was hoping
just a few. And you know, the
we'd
trends
see
stand
something
out.
soon.
I
That's
will
a shame.
note that
I guess we'll have to wait
it's
for
been
that
a long
one.
time since anyone rolled up their sleeve and then there was a tattoo under it. So just for anyone keeping score at home, we're well overdue for something like that.
That's a Peter thing. Only Peter can pull that off. Peter's like no one else, right?
So the trend that jumped out at me this year was the really front and center mentions of Xbox Play Anywhere in that program. We mentioned earlier this year there's over 1,000 games that are Xbox Play Anywhere.
I think Sarah does care. I think she's doing really well.
Final Fantasy
People
16,
give her a
I'm
stick
going to be
for no
downloading
reason.
it on my RGLi X and playing it on the way home. So I love that. But I would like to just hear about the decision to make sure like that was front and center in front of every new game that that was shown in this showcase.
Yeah, we try to really be led by what the community is doing when they play. And more we're seeing people play the same game in kind of multiple locations, and making sure that my progress always counts. It's one of the things Ken Lobb, who's one of our creative leaders in our studios,
was another one that
be
surprisingly
respectful of every
was a
hour
no-show.
spent in your game. It always should count. And like core to that is to make sure not only is my entitlement move with me between the different devices that I play on, but that my progress moves with me and my community moves with me wherever I go. As you said, we started this a long time ago, really led with our first party. But one of the things I'm really proud of when I watch the show is how much third-party support we're getting for Play Anywhere. And it's really because those creators are seeing that, what is it now, like 28% growth in players playing multiple devices, our games year over year, that is a way of, if your game is more accessible to more people, they're going to play it more often. If they play it more often, they're going to enjoy it. And that really works. It doesn't mean
I really
everybody
hope
has
Phil
to do
isn't
it,
ill.
but it's...
Although
meaning the players don't, if you only want to play on console, you only want to play on your PC or your handheld, awesome. But when you decide to move, I want Xbox as a platform to make that seamless and delightful.
So let's talk about one of the ways that
Anime
people
is
are
going
be
to
very much looking
Xbox.
forward to playing some of those games across platforms this year. It wouldn't be an interview with you if there wasn't something on the shelf. And you've got this here. It's not quite as, it's right behind the fish.
Mate, that thing's actually quite big.
That is the ROG
Holy
Xbox
crap,
Ally.
I didn't realize how big it
You've been playing Balatro on it?
I've been playing a ton of things on it. I do travel too much.
I saw Paris holding it, but then Paris is a really big guy, so
I have the Xbox.
I couldn't really gauge it because he's actually quite big. But
I have found
really
that
that's quite big. I think that might actually be bigger than the Steam Deck.
Games wherever I am just makes me enjoy them more. And again, going back to Play Anywhere, but making sure that my games are always there. And we're seeing from the work that Nintendo did on the Switch, even before that, really, if you think about handhelds and Nintendo's amazing kind of track record there, Steam, what they did with the Steam Deck, so many of the hardware manufacturers that they're building, Lenovo, Asus. So when we were on this path, we said, let's find a partner who can do a great job on the hardware. We know we've got real software and platform work to do as Microsoft and as Xbox. And I think this coming out this year with the partnership that we have with Asus is going to be just a great addition to what it means to play on Xbox.
So one of the things
that
it's
Sarah
an Xbox.
Said
during her segment where the ROG Xbox Ally was introduced was bringing together the power of Xbox
oh my
and
God,
the
there's
freedom
another
of
bug
Windows.
in the house.
Yeah.
How are those teams working
there's
together to deliver that Xbox experience on what is a Windows device?
Yeah, it's probably three things I would hit on.
Stay on the wall.
Well, I've been at Microsoft for a couple days.
Dead on the wall.
And I would say this is the tightest collaboration I've seen between the gaming organization and the Windows team in my 3 decades at the company. Like, it's really amazing to see the teams focusing on opportunities for us to make the experience better.
And look, the sooner this releases, the sooner we get Hollow Knight, right?
To realize that. Now, when you say the freedom of Windows, Windows is an open platform. And we want to support that on this device, meaning if you've got a storefront that you love, we want to make sure that that's fully supported here. If you've got a social place that you go, like a Discord or something that you use to do voice communication, text communication, we'll make sure that's supported. This is not a closed platform. But there's some uniqueness then when you're supporting an open platform, but you want it to work as appliance-like, as a game console. And I think that's where these two teams coming together can really create something great together. So that's the thing that Xbox brings, kind of the separate second thing of we've for 25 years
I am
almost,
Blitz.
we've
I
been
really
working on
am.
a console experience that you turn it on, it works, your games are there. And how do we bring that to the Windows ecosystem so you get the freedom of Windows to use the storefronts and the applications you want to use, but it feels like a device that's purpose-built. And then I'd say under the hood, we also know there's work for us to do on battery life, on interruptions, on performance. And I love just seeing the week-to-week grind the teams are doing. I'm sending my bug reports. Here's the things that we need to work on. And the progress has been amazing between the two teams.
And I hear it's going to play Silksong when it comes out.
That's right. That's right. And it was, thank you. That was a good partnership to kind of feed them in and have them play a role in our hardware lineup. But it is really about playing the Windows games that you want to build, you want to play. So if you're a big Roblox player, if you're a Fortnite player, if you're a Minecraft player, if you love Game Pass, if you're, we want to make sure the way you've built your library as a player and the games that you want to go play are available on this device and that they play incredibly well.
So one of the things
I'll be quite honest with you, I'm not giving my £800 handset to my 10-year-old to play Roblox on it.
You said something
Nope.
very notable at the end of your segment before we got into Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and that is that players everywhere are going to be celebrating the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, it's going to come, but it's going to take a while.
Games and experiences that have really been core to
it's going to be exclusive to the Xbox LIX and Xbox Li.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure
for a little while
the franchises that we've talked about and maybe like we're not showcasing them here at this show, that I wanted people to know.
Pretty much,
when you think about Fable, when you think about Gears, when you think about Forza, I mean, these are franchises that have been really part of what makes Xbox what it is today, and it's going to be a nice lineup next year. I love the games that we've launched so far in 25. I think, as you already went through, we have a strong finish to 2025. And then when I look at 26 and our 25th anniversary and the franchises that we're going to launch
the analog
year,
sticks
I think it's going to be a really special year for Xbox.
Not symmetrical.
I think that's
feel like a
great
PlayStation
note
controller
to go out on. So we will end it there. If you want to put your mic down and pick up your fishing pole, I'm sure I'd be more than happy to see that. This actually marks the midway point in our week of deep dive episodes for the official Xbox podcast. You've heard from the Coalition. You've heard from Obsidian. Well, for the rest of the week, you're going to hear from Obsidian again, and then we're actually going to get
not much came out from this interview
in Invincible Versus, the upcoming fighter based on that awesome and quite gory series. So make sure you tune into youtube.com/Xbox and look for the podcast tab, or search for the official Xbox podcast.
There's really not much
Spotify,
difference between the coverage and between the two controllers anyway.
Phil, thanks so much for joining us here. I think there's really just no other way to wrap up this podcast. But
we're going fishing.
We're casting.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you, everybody.
See ya.
Casting, huh? You want to know how scared these ponies are? You want to know how scared they are? So, Sony and Nintendo should join forces to combat Microsoft Xbox. Wait, mate, I thought they were a third party. What's going on? I thought they were a third party. And now they should join forces with Nintendo to combat Microsoft? I don't get it. But they're supposed to be third party. How can they be non-first party? My brain hurts. My brain hurts, man. Man, losing the PlayStation hardware entirely. Oh shit, that's like, wow, man. Mate, you at this point, I have to ask, like, what is wrong with these people? They cry that, man. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. It just gets worse. A remote play device is better than native gaming. Only a PlayStation fan can come up with something like this. Only a PlayStation fan can come up with something like this. A remote play device is better. Like I said, Banks, only a PlayStation fan could come up with something like this. Sure. It's just better at playing games, native games. Mate, they do deliver stupid in all shapes and sizes. It's better at having a... Wait, didn't someone say that the Portal was going to... Yeah, who was it? They said that the PlayStation Portal is getting an update, and the update is going to give the Portal PSSR. An update is going to give the Portal PSSR. Was that Detective Seeds? Holy crap. That is a new level. That... But clearly, we'll end on this. Game Pass available right now. Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition, exclusive to PC and Xbox. What noodles? Let me see. This can't be real. Which DM did you send it to? Did you send it now? You had one job, man. No. I mean, how can the Portal get PSSR? I think Calandros, yeah, it's hardware. It's hardware. How can they get it? Makes no sense. I think that's all I pretty much have for today. There's nothing else that I have Is there anything else anyone wants to throw my way? Man, they got Community United hard. And these people do love Community United in Jeff. Check my DM. All right. Being told the current PSSR in the PS5 Pro, which is hardware, is 3 iterations behind what they have currently broken into with Project Prometheus partnership. The current PSSR is expected to be rolled out to PlayStation 5 portals in the future as well. No, it's hardware. It's hardware. Ray, basically at the end of the showcase, the game that Phil was alluding to is like 99% going to be Halo. That's going to be landing next year for Xbox. And next year is going to be stacked with Halo first, Gears E-Day, Forza Horizon 5, and of course, Fable. Yeah, it'll probably be the Combat Evolved remake. They are handhelds, though. Yeah, but it doesn't have HISA built into it. It was a remote play device. It's not got anything in it. It's just a remote play device. There's nothing really pushing it. Oh, okay. Okay. IGN did a preview for Ninja Gaiden. It doesn't, no. Man, that's a lot of text. All right. Let's do something different. Right? All right, Grok, summarize this article. Let's make it way better. The IGN hands-on preview of Ninja Gaiden 4, published June 10th, describes the game as a thrilling return to the series' high-speed, brutal action roots. Developed by Platinum Games with Team Ninja's guidance, played as Yakumo, a young Raven clan member in a near-future Tokyo setting, the game feels faster and bloodier than its predecessors, with intense combat featuring gory dismemberments and new Blood Raven attacks. The camera system has improved significantly. Thank God for that, right? Because really, the end game was battling with the camera, not anything else. No longer hindering gameplay. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Despite only 25 minutes of playtime, the preview found it challenging yet stylish. I'm going to be amazing at this game, retaining the core Ninja Gaiden feel while introducing fresh mechanics like perfect dodges. Oh, mate, this is right up my street. And counters. Mate, I'm right at home. It's promising revival standing out in a Souls-like. That's it, I'm out. With potential to rekindle interest. I mean, it was doing so well until it got to the end, right? I mean, they had us in the first half. They had us in the first half. And then they, you know. Souls-like dominated genre. Why? Is there a video? Oh, there was. We can watch this video anyway.
Does Ninja Gaiden still work in 2025 in a world where Souls-likes dominate the high-skill action game subgenre? I played Ninja Gaiden 4 for the first time last weekend, and my answer is unequivocally
gameplay.
Yes, absolutely.
I worked for IGN for that 15 minutes of
1000%.
gameplay.
Ninja Gaiden not only still works in 2025, but it is a high-speed, stylish breath of fresh air. It was my favorite thing I played amongst all the games I covered at this past weekend's various showcases, and as someone who considers Ninja Gaiden Black the finest action game ever made, I left incredibly happy.
What do you mean? Of course, mate, look how good I am.
5 minutes of hands-on time with Ninja Gaiden 4 isn't remotely enough to make a judgment call on where Platinum Games and Team Ninja's sequel will fit into the hierarchy of the franchise, but it was enough to make me feel like a badass killing machine and still challenge me in the process. Which means Ninja Gaiden 4 is off to a good start in terms of dialing in that ever so special Ninja Gaiden feeling as Platinum Games takes the lead with Team Ninja guiding them. The game is fast, said Platinum Games producer and director Yuji Nakao. We wanted to make
if
sure
you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. We do videos almost daily. So hopefully you'll enjoy those too.
He added, "We are going against the trend," meaning, of course, Souls-likes. I played as young Raven Clan member Yakumo in Chapter 1, which isn't the very beginning of the campaign. That honor goes to a tutorial section, but for all intents and purposes, it is. It's set well after Ninja Gaiden 3.
Did you see? Now you know it's me playing because it went straight for the loop.
In a near-future Tokyo amidst the return of the Dark Dragon.
But we're still far enough from the shrine that the demon's influence shouldn't be too strong yet. Keep moving.
Sadly, I didn't get to play as Ryu Hayabusa here, but I can't wait to do so. I didn't mind too much
I heard
in my
it's really
demo, though, because I
buggy
was having so
bass.
much fun as Yakumo. See,
And then I heard it's
Yakumo
got a lot
has
of
some
negative
Ryu's
reviews as well.
classic tricks. Izuna drop anyone? While also unleashing
So I decided
his
to
own
wait
in the
until
form
I
of Blood Raven attacks, which
look
are
into it
deployed
first.
by holding the left trigger and then pressing X or Y. These are large area of effect offensive maneuvers, but they take longer to wind up and execute. It was my old
I hope
habits
they'll have
and
some
not
more
being quick
finishes,
enough to
not just
adopt
that
these
one.
new moves that doomed me in the large encounter near the end of my 25-minute hands-on session. I won't make the same mistake next time. And unfortunately, it means I didn't get to face off against the Chapter 1 boss.
Yeah,
who
I
you can
remember
see in
that. That's
action
gonna go down
here.
in history as like the greatest meme of all time.
If you've played Ninja Gaiden games before, you should feel pretty comfortable right away, even though
I've
there's
missed you,
certainly
Jamala.
plenty of new stuff to learn and get used to. Tapping right trigger
How's
at
the
right
little one,
moment
dude?
to block an incoming attack and set up a counter, wall running and tapping Y to take the
Look, you
hand
don't
off
have
of a
to
low-level
expose me,
enemy.
Bags.
Holding
As you can
Y
see,
with
I've
blood
improved a
essence,
hell of a lot.
seemingly in place of Ninpo, at least for Yakumo, still uncollected on the battlefield after your previous kill, so you can use them to power an ultimate technique on the foe still alive in front of you. It's all still here. Oh, and don't forget to assassinate enemies quietly when you get a chance. If anything, Ninja Gaiden 4 feels faster than ever.
Man, they're quick.
That's
Even
awesome, dude.
Yakumo's running speed feels faster than Ryu's did in the older games. It's also, somehow, even bloodier than ever.
Man, that is a
Things
big
started
sword.
to get gory in Ninja Gaiden 2, but here the crimson fountains spray every which way, constantly coating Yakumo in a carry-like coating of plasma. Arterial spray gets everywhere when slicing and dicing a handful of foes. It's like a vampire's dream come true out there. Now let's
the
all
Etsy
sit
stuff,
back
right?
and watch this awesome sequence for the next minute and a half or so, which I remind you again is only from the first proper level of the game.
What happened to here is going well, dude. Is there just going to be more gameplay and that's it? I think he's finished talking.
More
Oh, wait.
News. The camera is actually pretty good now. It's certainly evolved.
Mate, I like
over
how
the
everyone
years,
talks
but
about the
thankfully
camera.
In 2025, it no longer seems to be a detriment or distraction to the player. Certainly, a lot more time will be needed to verify this initial impression, but the camera didn't annoy me once in my entire hands-on session.
He's lies! Lies! There's no way that can be true.
Difficulty modes, meanwhile, can be adjusted on the fly if, say, you're playing on hard and want to drop it to normal for a particularly tough boss. An easy mode is here too. It's called Hero Mode, but I didn't get to test it out to see just how forgiving or not.
You see,
it
they
might
added a
be.
hero
I spent
mode
my
just for
time
me,
on normal
because
difficulty.
only heroes
Also,
can play that mode.
baked into normal at least, and presumably hero as well, but I'm not sure about hard yet, is a feature that offers you a helpful item if you failed a particular encounter a few times. On that last big rumble I was too slow to bring Yakumo's new attacks into, I was given a large healing elixir to help me on my next attempt. Ninja Gaiden 4's checkpoint system now takes some stress out of trying to find a save point with ample health and supplies.
Get the loot!
A red-eyed raven can also be approached, which triggers a visit from a friend who can unlock combat skills in exchange for the in-game currency you've accumulated. You can also go into a practice mode from here too that lets you get familiar with your moves, which I didn't waste time doing during my short demo.
Like, hero mode is for heroes.
Too good for practice, huh?
And yes, there are collectibles to look for as well. They're called Gordies.
It's not
and
easy
they're
mode,
little
Bags. It's
adorable
called
creatures
hero
that
mode.
You have to complete a quick time event sequence in order to secure. I found one Gordie in Chapter 1, and it was only 2 rapid succession button taps to bag it.
Why you guys gotta be mean like that for?
We'll see if the QTEs
They
get more
labeled a
complicated
hero
and
for me. We
difficult
can
the
just
deeper
end
into
it
the
there.
campaign you get. I'm not sure yet if collecting them will yield any sort of greater reward. I'll be honest. I came into my first hands-on session with Ninja Gaiden 4 with
That's so mean.
extremely high expectations. If Platinum Games and Team Ninja screwed this up, I would have been very vocal about it as a 20-year fan of the series. But thankfully, they seem to be on the right track towards getting this right. If they don't, the series is probably dead forever. But I was smiling the entire time I was playing Ninja Gaiden 4, even when I got killed. Its need for combat speed is matched by its sense of style, and all I want to do right now is play more Ninja Gaiden 4.
Alright guys, you can clearly see my skill level is just really high on
the
screen.
Excellent Ninja Gaiden 2 Black earlier this year, the extremely promising Ninja Gaiden Ragebound that we also just played and adored, Sega's seemingly focused 2D revival of Shinobi, and the biggest one of them all, Platinum Games Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm as optimistic as ever that they're gonna nail this when it, Izuna, drops on October 21st.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
For more previews of the coolest upcoming games, don't miss our recent looks at Ninja Gaiden Ragebound and Holston. And for more on all your favorite video games, stick with IGN.
That's what it's all about though, right? That's what it's all about. I'm so good at playing, I don't even have to have a controller in my hand. It's just no, not zero. That was part of my old username. This is hero. Right? This is hero. There's a difference, right? We like heroes, right? And they like me so much that they made a whole game mode just for me. See? Bag said it. Chaos, top tier gamer, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Right, folks, that's going to be it for tonight. Should we do one more giveaway before I go? Or should we save them for Thursday? Let's do one more. Let me set it up real quick. All right, exclamation FF16. Go. Like, it's not games journalist mode, it is called hero mode. They called it hero mode because only heroes can play that mode. It's designed for heroes. Heroes are good. I think Steve bolted. Get those entries in. Yeah, it was numbered 16. Otherwise, I would have said 16 XVI. I would have stated, don't worry. Hell, I can see your entries in. Take it easy, Mifu. Thank you so much for hanging out. Again, this is for Xbox, by the way, but it is Play Anywhere, so you can play on your Xbox PC as well. And on your new Xbox handheld that's coming. I'm doom scrolling the 1400 plus games on sale on Xbox. Why do that to yourself? You don't need to hate yourself. You only have to do it once. Multiple entries don't count. All right, I give it one more. I give it until it turns 56, and then I will pick a winner. But man, see, Bags knows I am a top tier gamer. Can't take that away from me anymore. Can't take that away from me. Oh, Noodles, you just made it in. All right. Who won? Diablo Mozart, you've won. Congrats. We'll be doing more on Thursday. You know the drill, my dude. Send me a message. I know where you are on X. I will send it to you. But folks, that's going to be it for the rest for tonight. I will see you back on Thursday. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I need a day off. I need to take a day off to rest. So tomorrow's stream over at Twitch will be off. We'll be back on Thursday and having more fun. All right, folks, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I hope you've had a good time. And I hope for everyone that's won the giveaway, congratulations. No worries, we'll be doing more. We've got some more Final Fantasy 16 and we've got some Dragon Quest codes still to give away. And we've also got some random PC games that I have no idea what they are. We'll be giving some of those away as well. All right, folks, I'm out. Peace. Good night. Remain legend. No. DSP is not a hero. There isn't an easy setting available for him that has yet been identified. It's not a thing. Let's not go there. Him and me are not in the same category. I just saw that. How dare you devastate?